Okay, before my phone died, I want to talk to barbers about something. Barbers, I'll let y'all know something. This is a spiritual game. This is a very, very spiritual game. So you have to have your mindset and your mind right before you can be successful. Some barbers don't even know that they had their mind right and they crossed over the plane because they're not thinking about it on that level of spirituality here in the physical, and they perfected the physical and mastered the physical. So it's just like me. When I come back to the States, I'm not expecting my clients to come back to me. And if you feel like you want to stay with a barber, then you stay with a barber, because it's like a relationship. It's just like when you have other people touching you or coming in your realm or just being there for you, you might get used to that person and like that person more. You might like the person's haircut. You might like the person's touch. You might like the person's personality, or any little thing. Could be any little thing that you like about that person that made you stay and make you want to stick with that individual and work with that individual. So I don't expect anybody to come to my chair. I'm looking for new spirits and for new people. And I always say, barbers, clientele, barbers, other barbers do not steal your clients. Let me get my thoughts straight. Other barbers cannot take your clients. You lose your clients based on what I was saying before. Say if you're not a reliable barber, you're not a consistent barber, or you're just a barber that's just not perfecting his craft, and your client go to another barber's chair and they like what that barber does and they still come back to you, but they're thinking about leaving you. Some clients won't leave you, but some will. You know, some will just stick it out with you. It's like a bad relationship. You with a person and you just want to stick it out and work it out because the person is a good person, or the person always did certain things for you or looked out for you. But in the back of your mind, you want to be with that next person because you like how it feels. You like how that other person feels to you. It's the same thing in barbering. It's a relationship. Some relationships are bad. Some been around so long, it's like, okay, it's what I got. I'm going to just deal with it. I'm conditioned to be with this barber. So although I like the barber in the back, I like how he cut my hair. He's new, he's fresh, he's a new barber, he's a new touch. It's the same thing. It's just like a new pum pum, a new pussy, a new vagina, whatever you want to call it. It's the same thing in barbering. But then that will wear out too, and you'll get used to that person. So you have to make that conscious decision what you want to do, if you want to move on or if you want to stay as a client. Me as a barber also, I have to make that conscious decision of when I come back or when I relocate, will people follow me or will people stay? Or, you know, so it's a deep game. Just make sure, you always have to make sure you are perfecting your game and you are doing what you're supposed to do with the craft, that you're always perfecting the craft and that you're always advancing. Since I've been to Jamaica, I know everywhere I go, me being the paparazzi, the real barber, anywhere I go, I'm going to leave an impact on any shop. It don't matter how great barbers are or whatever things that they do, I'm going to bring something to the table, be it personality, be it professionalism, be it organization. I'm going to bring something that somebody's going to look at. Me being down here in Jamaica, now that I'm here, a lot of barbers now, they're starting to wear the glove with the one hand too. They're not even wearing the two-hand gloves. They're wearing the one-hand glove, mimicking my style, which is good. And they're also sweeping the shop, which they never did till they started seeing me do it. And now they're also trying to advance with their tools and their products, and also might ease up on the cut to do a little bit more detail. You know, it depends. But I'm here and I'm gonna make an impact wherever I go. That's the goal. You have to make an impact wherever you go in any barbershop. If you're not doing that, you're gonna lose. You're gonna lose clientele to other barbers that are advancing, or they're gonna look for the other barbers. So just make sure you're perfecting your craft and make sure you are developing as a barber. That's all you can do, because the game changes, customers changes, but you're the same. You change yourself as far as advancing, but you stay the same as a person. but you always got to elevate and keep adding on so that you could raise your prices and add on to your skills and your reputation. That's what's going to separate you from everybody else. I'm in my own lane. I do what I do, and if people want to jump in my lane and cruise and follow a couple of things, I don't know if they could stay the course, but they have, you know, I don't know if they could stay the course, but as long as I'm creating that lane for them to go into, I'm building a road for barbers in Jamaica. I want to be that guy that, or one of the guys that people say, yo, Paparazzi, when he came through, man, I learned a lot from that dude. I learned how to do this. Although they're great and they're great cutters, but I learned certain things about professionalism. I learned certain things about the craft. He taught me a few things outside the barbershop about organization, about life. So he wasn't just a barber, he's a spiritual person, and he's a spiritual barber. Like I said, I've been accepted by the barber life, and I want... Yo, let me break something down to you after I got my fresh cut. You see this barbershop right here? This is the best barbershop in Kingston. And I'm not just saying that because I'm here, because I just bring stability and a movement. I'm also one of the great barbers from NYC. But when I came here and I watched, and just being in this plaza alone, this plaza got 4 or 5 barbershops. But this shop alone right here and the other shop, Uppercuts, they have 5 barbers. They lost a few barbers that migrated, but we have 9 barbers. And out of those 9 barbers, I would say 5 of us are great. And when I say great, I mean on a different level of barbering. And we're all in the same building and in the same plaza and in the same thing. I just came here to bring stability and glue it all together. Hopefully we could all unite and just take over, because this shop right here is about to take over Kingston. It's about to get real. And I'm going to be a part of that. Before I leave here, I'm going to make sure this shop is way on the map worldwide. I'm a real barber. Huh? Oh, I'm out of here. Hold on, I forgot to do something. I forgot to do something. Okay, time to be out. See you guys in the morning. 1, 2, 3. I was the second person here. The last person to leave. Just like the old shop. Good night.